Good evening, everybody. Welcome to League of Extraordinary Inventors. I'm your host, Mike from Faraday Research. It is Free Energy Friday. It is Friday, November 7th, 2025. Welcome to the show. It's our first weekend in November, and the weather's starting to go sideways for us here in Toronto. Supposed to get some snow here this weekend. I don't know, Philip, if you got some snow coming your way too, but the temperatures really dived in the last 24 hours and windy, cold, wet. It's so ugly outside. Not to mention now we got that stupid time change. Now it's like 4:30 in the afternoon. It's already friggin' dark. It's like, oh God, I hate it.
Oh,
You're at 6 degrees. I think we're at 10 right now. So you're even
Lucky
colder
you.
than us. So yeah, kind of a busy week. Working on the projects and also made a couple of videos. One of them got quite a bit of traction there, so I had a couple of trolls I had to deal with. And so because of that, I decided I'm going to have a drink tonight. And I'm being joined by Philip having a drink and Nathan's having a drink. We'll have to get Lulu drinking soon too.
I have whiskey
Yeah, we got
somewhere in
mine.
the house.
Okay. All
I
right,
will.
pull it
I
out.
will. I'm
Pull
I'm
it out.
very
We're going to
easily
need
tempted.
it.
I'm very easily tempted, so it doesn't take much.
So I guess we'll start as we usually do. I guess Philip, if you want to kind of get us up to date on your magnetic fall gravity project.
Yeah, last week I thought my power supply didn't work, but I was just not familiar with it. But it does work, and I did try 3 amps right now tonight, and I had to adjust the constant current and the constant voltage and all that. I was not familiar with that. So I
Right.
had to call my friends and watch a couple of YouTube videos. Now I'm alright. I don't want to bust it because I don't want to bust anything because I don't want to buy, spend money on another power supply. So
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
really afford it right now.
Yeah. What I would only really worry about when you're dealing with what you're doing is just don't worry too much on the voltage. It's the current you have to keep under control.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But right now I'm at 20 volts and 3 amps, and it's still not sufficient
Yeah.
to create the coil gun. So I'm gonna do more research on how
Yeah.
much current
Yeah.
they use, people that do coil guns and stuff like that.
Well, see, coil guns, when you're discharging a capacitor, it could go to several hundred amps in a discharge.
Oh yeah,
That's where all your current comes from.
yeah, but I mean I don't want to project the ball. I just want to hold it
Right.
stable.
So you need a constant current scenario. So I would try to jack it up to about 5 amps and keep the
Yeah,
voltage maybe a little bit lower, maybe around 12 to 15 volts, and try that and see how much extra that or your coils are relative to the magnetic field that you're making. So if you got beefy coils, they're going to create a quite large of a magnetic field, a stronger field, right?
yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm trying right now. At the same time, I'm speeding up on my C++ superset project because I have a presentation next week, and I'm using AI. I'm using Claude AI to help me out to speed things up. It's really excellent Claude AI to for programmation and algorithm and stuff like that because it it edits the same file over and over again. It doesn't rewrite the whole file like ChatGPT or Grok. Talking about ChatGPT, did you know that you can ask ChatGPT to infer your IQ?
I didn't know that.
How do you do that?
Yeah, just ask it to infer your cognitive profile. It's gonna give you what it thinks about you and what your IQ is.
Oh, really? So what do? You just go based on your last couple sessions or something?
Yeah, or your general conversation with ChatGPT.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They could leave a list on there, and then I'll ask and see how stupid I am.
Me, I have a total fuel scale IQ equivalent to 142.
142. You're almost a genius, man. You're about 7 points below genius.
Well, I don't know. Didn't Einstein had not Einstein, but Hawking, or they are prodigies. They have 160 easily.
Yeah, they said Tesla was around 160, 170.
Yeah.
So what are you asking for? What is my base IQ?
Your estimated cognitive profile.
Cognitive profile?
Yeah.
Interesting. I gotta try that. I'm curious to see how dumb I am. That's hilarious. You might give you a reply that you don't want to see.
So if you see Nathan stop talking, then that means he's not happy about his the result.
So does it take only does it only account for whatever you ask it, or does it take into account all your browsing history as well?
Yeah, all your conversation history.
Like everything that your interaction with the internet.
Well, with ChatGPT.
Okay, so just chat GPT. Well, that's not enough, you know? Like,
Well, I mean that's pretty
Well, if you have a big
substantial.
profile, on your history, and if you're working on your projects and trying to figure stuff out, it can kind of gauge it from the conversation of your intellectual, level of education and understandings. So, like I said before, it's sometimes you're gonna get an answer you're not gonna want to hear. It's not gonna think you're very special.
But when I was a student, I did a little informal test, and I was around 135 or 140. Now I'm at 142. Usually, you get dumber over age. You're smarter in the you peak. You peak in your 30s usually, and then you go down the hill after the 30s. So you should be down pretty much at the bottom of the hill right now, Mike.
Yeah, I'm right around retarded. Oh my god. Yeah, because I'm the oldest one here, so I guess I'm right around the retarded level.
Okay, it didn't give me a number, Phil.
Okay, just ask it to infer your IQ.
So it says, so quantitatively, your cognitive complexity and abstraction level appear to be aligned with above average reasoning ability, possibly in the range typically labeled high or very high in conceptual tests, but that's their observation.
Yeah, but just ask it to infer your IQ.
No, that's what I asked, and it didn't.
Okay. Didn't actually give you a specific number.
No, it told me what the averages are. It told me stuff like that.
Well,
I think if you use it to the point where you're asking it, like, say, everyday questions and say some math problems and then some scientific problems, so it kind of builds up a history of your intellectual profile, and then based on the complexity of your conversations with the chat gpt, it can kind of rate you that way.
yeah.
So you probably have to build up quite a big file to give you a more accurate assessment, right?
Yeah. I posted that in the Epic chat, and nobody else said anything. So either they
I'd
did
laugh.
their profile they don't want to share.
Yeah, we'll put Jack Sarfati in there and see how low he goes.
The guy is the guy is in the sewers right now, you know.
He's in the sewers. Oh boy, I'm gonna be tipsy by the end of the night.
So yeah, unfortunately, my free fall experiment doesn't work yet, but hopefully next week. I can't go max 5 amps with my machine, so gonna try 5 amps this weekend and see what happens.
Yeah. Why don't you just do it dead short to a car battery?
I think you need a pulse. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think I did an experiment, and it had a pulse, and it had to do with magnetism and lifting a magnet.
Yeah, you should maybe read up on how the industrial ones work. You know, the ones you see at the junkyard, how they work, because you're utilizing that kind of a.
Well, I have a
right?
car power booster that I used, some sort of capacitor that I used for my liquid gallium experiment. I mean, but it lasts for like 10 seconds, you know. It gives like a boost of 150 amps for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I need to be quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to be very careful with those capacitors because if you discharge it and you're nearby and that hits you and you got, several hundred amps hitting you, that can be a little dangerous.
Yeah.
And
like a little lightning.
Too, right?
A little lightning discharge. Yeah.
That and also, you can get burned, right?
Yeah.
So I've actually done that. I've discharged a small capacitor before and I forgot my finger was still holding on to it. So the wire went like bright red. And this was years ago, a long time ago I did that. But it freaking hurt. And I got a good welt on my finger. Got a good blister out of it.
Oh, yeah. You learn pretty fast with that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was glowing red hot when I was holding on to it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I got it. I did do one. Let me share it with you guys.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Which one is it? 2.
I'm going to turn up the power here. Look at that. Just rises right up.
So you got a neodymium magnet attached to the scissors?
Yeah.
That's so cool. All right, I'm going to do a little magnet fun. See, my fingers are on the scissors. I'm just holding it down. I'm going to turn up the power here.
I don't think it was anything more than like 20 volts.
Look at that. Just rises right up.
Yeah, but that's a neodymium magnet in the middle.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you got an opposing magnet on the other side, so it wouldn't take that much current from that coil to get it off the table, right?
There's only one little magnet on the whole thing. Yeah, on the scissors. That's it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't do it on any of the coils. It just would do it in the center.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you still have your finger on top of the scissors?
Because it would just go left or right and knock off the center. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, if the scissors would keep it level or flat, then it would have just rose whatever was on it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking the concept of levitation, so it has to be balanced on the magnet for it not to tip over in any direction, right?
Yeah, well, Phil just wants to get his magnet up and off the ground. And yeah, a steady DC pulse will do it. A magnetic pulse will make a jump. So anyway, that was it. I just want to show you that. I don't think it was very many volts. I think a little bit more and you might have it.
Yeah. Now, also the diameter of that coil
Mhm.
actually will translate into a bigger collapsing magnetic field. So if you're like doing like pulse motors and stuff like that, it's not so much the length of the coil; it's the overall diameter. So the
Mm.
bigger the diameter, your back EMF back spike will make the effect that much better, right?
Really? I didn't know that. What's up,
Bernie,
Bernie?
Hey,
are you
Bernie.
alive? Are you alive?
I can't hear. Hold on, I'll be right back.
There's a ninja behind you.
Bernie in, Bernie out. Bernie here, Bernie not here. That's funny.
You know,
You-
on a little bit different subject, I was searching something called Lagrange points in space. Okay. There's something called Lagrange point 3. All right. If they have satellites orbiting the other side where they keep on telling us we can't see, what's happening on the other side of the sun. Well, guess what? They're lying. There's actually it's a zone where satellites like to sit because somehow magnetically it stabilizes them. Well, it gives them full view of Mars. Full view.
Hmm.
Yeah. They don't talk about that. But yes, like yesterday, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that there's not something. So I sat down, I started searching. And I came to there's 3 satellites, that are currently supposedly active. One belongs to Iran, and I think like the other 2 is the United States. So, it would be interesting to search Lagrange point 3 to see we might get more information on what's happening, there with the satellites that are not even mentioned. They don't even talk about them.
So
Uh,
what is like a definition of a Lagrange point?
I don't know. Okay, hold on. I it's a magnetic sweet spot, for satellites, for like orbiters, for like there's a there's 1, 2, 3 there's 5 of them. And it goes into like a line. I could draw it out for you, I mean, to what I understood. There's the sun, okay, earth, and then the Lagrange points go like this: 1, 2, and can you see it?
Not really.
Okay. Sun, right?
Mhm.
Earth.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Earth, sun. This line goes like this. Okay. Yeah, and this is the moon right here. This is L3. Like it goes up to here, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is L3. Okay. This is L5. I think this is L1, 2. I believe 4. Yeah, this is 3. I'm sorry, 4 and 5. Okay. This one, it's a sweet spot. So, here we go. Sorry, 3. This is the third one. So past Mars, you would have Mars somewhere here. We have an orbiter right there. That L3 is right there. It could see everything. It's not just measuring the sun. They say it's a satellite. These orbiters are supposed to measure the sun's activity, but it's on the other side. It orbits planet Earth. Like, okay, if this is our planet right here, if this is Earth, okay, and this is our orbit around the sun,
Mhm.
right? Okay, right here. If this is Earth, well, we have something that is on the other side. Like it could see, it could see the sun. You understand? So
Yeah.
you could have Earth on one end, but you could actually see on the other side. There are a few
Gotcha.
satellites,
Under
not
government
just the ones on
shutdown.
Mars, huh?
Lulu, they're under government shutdown, so it's not
Mm.
working right now. That right? It's not there. It's on
all the
holiday,
satellite, all the satellites are ghost riding right
right?
now.
Exactly.
They're out of control.
That's the whole
Give me a few
excuse.
minutes, and I'm gonna share something with you. Although let me like, because
But Lulu,
when I
here's
search, I hide things in my phone. I forget where I put them, so it takes me a minute to refine these links.
hey Lulu. Now,
Yes,
if that's those satellites that are in that sweet spot that you're saying that they say are monitoring the sun. Now, what happens if you have a coronal mass ejection happen and those satellites are basically going to get blasted by the coronal mass ejection? That basically puts it in jeopardy of getting knocked out of service if it gets hit, right?
they're made for that, though. They're made to withstand
Uh,
that kind of temperature. These
well,
were
it's not
made.
the temperature. It's not the temperature they're worried about. They're worried about the coronal mass ejection, the highly charged
The
particles coming off the
radiation,
sun. Right?
charge
Yeah,
radiation.
yeah.
Yeah, the
So
CMEs.
if it gets hit too hard, it'll fry all the electronics in there, and that's like the Carrington event, right?
I don't know,
So,
but
and
I
it's closer too, right?
give me a second. I'll find these for you.
Because I know this last week the sun's been extremely active. Had a couple of X flares, not big ones, but yeah, there's been a lot of activity on the sun. A lot of sunspots are showing up facing us, and that's kind of a danger zone when you see these coronal holes opening up on the sun. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of similar to the way GPS is set up. Similar to the GPS system.
No, you guys know more than I would on that.
Yeah. It's a similar layout to like a GPS system. I think there's like total of 9. No, there's a lot more. They had last time I remember they had 16 GPS satellites orbiting the Earth. Probably a lot more now. But this going back almost 20 years ago. What I liked about the old GPS devices, I had a Garmin. It was a handheld one. It actually showed you a grid that shows you exactly where all the satellites are relative to the Earth. It was really cool because you could see like number 6 satellite coming overhead where you were, and then you could see another satellite coming in from another direction. It actually showed you the Earth and all the plots of all the GPS satellites going around. It was on the old Garmin handheld GPS systems. They were really cool. I don't even think they even show that now on the display.
So where's Bernie
Kind
at?
he's somewhere. Bernie, where are you? Your mic is off. He looks like he's in a basement or something. Or a bar. No, he's in he's on the upper level of someplace. Almost looks like he's in a stadium.
It looks like he illegally entered the building or something.
Yeah, maybe he's illegally entered the Saddle Dome.
All right. Yeah, I'm at Studio Bell, the National Music Center of Canada, doing media here tonight.
We thought you were hijacking the Saddle
So
Dome or something.
that's muted.
Where is that?
Downtown Calgary.
Yeah.
Calgary. We are in a massive building.
They're doing a show tomorrow or something?
Sorry. What was that, Phil?
They're doing a show tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a 3-day event. Maybe
Oh,
doing some
Bernie.
interviews with a bunch of the different recording artists I know here, and hopefully live streaming some of the actual music tomorrow night. Maybe
Hey,
tonight.
Bernie, is that the building that's right across from the Saddle Dome?
Yeah, you got it, Mr. Mike.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, this
Yeah, I
is
was.
it's right behind the library or the city hall,
Right.
and yeah, right behind
Yeah.
the Saddle Dome.
Yeah, because I was sitting down there before we went to go see a show. Yeah.
Got the windows covered. Can't show,
Yeah.
but yeah, you know
Yeah,
the
I know. Yeah, I know the building you're talking about. I was there.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in California, but not there yet. So I'm here instead, making the most out of it.
Cool. Right on.
Gates. Sound going on tonight.
Was it like a DJ thing or music arts thing or? Yeah, it's a nice building from the outside. I never went in that building. The
Where
Saddle Dome
music lives, but back.
Yeah, the Saddle Dome's actually a lot smaller than the Rogers Center in Toronto. Sky Dome. Sky Dome's quite a bit larger than the Saddle Dome.
What happened to the Three Eye Atlas, Lulu?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything special about it.
Nothing that makes sense to me anymore.
I think
I
they're
just-
lying about everything.
Yeah, nothing that makes sense anymore. I've been comparing, what they've been saying, throughout the days, but it doesn't make sense anymore. It's inaccurate.
It's a
I don't know.
cover-up. That's why the government shut down. So they shut down all the facilities, including
There we
the.
go. Now I can show the Saddle Dome.
Oh, yeah.
Say that again.
There's a Flames game, the Saddle Dome.
Yeah.
Hockey.
Yeah, I don't know if the Leafs are probably playing tomorrow night. I'm not sure. Are the Leafs playing tonight? I haven't even checked.
I don't know, but the Flames are.
Yeah.
Ovechkin scored 900 goals.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard that.
And
Yeah.
then the goalie tried to steal the puck or something.
Yeah, that was funny. He put it in his ass too, so
He put it in.
Did he really?
yeah.
Shoved it in his shorts.
Just shoved the puck up his ass?
Oh, that sounds even worse than it sounds.
You got number 900 with turds on it. That's bad.
Yeah, a little Klingon. Here's your puck. It's got a few Klingons on it, but
So what is this space you're videotaping?
So this is Studio Bell, the National Music Center of Canada, and it's like 6 stories tall, and then it like goes across plus 15 into the other building across the street, the old King Eddie. It's quite the studio and music center. And it's the Think 2025 EDM and Visual Arts Conference that I'm covering, which I should probably get up to doing and go set up. So I love you all, but I've probably got to go, and we'll see you in a bit.
So it's like techno.
Yeah, techno's a type of EDM, electronic dance music.
Oh,
All the types.
are you gonna have fun? You're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, techno.
Oh, I'll be interviewing a bunch of the artists I know and stuff, like my man Dave.
You guys are doing a rave or something?
Yeah, you know it, Phil. It's the rave, but in the city. It's the professional rave we're at tonight. We're at the professional rave.
Nice.
Oh.
Well,
I'm in my element. Bernie's in his city and at the rave and doing media. What could go wrong? All right.
well, don't overdose.
Oh God.
yeah, really.
So sober. Are we sober here?
Yeah.
Not me. I'm not
Much
sober.
Yeah, you're the only one not drinking tonight.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh man, he's the
Yeah,
one that
so-
should be drinking. The concert, hanging out, live music. Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the days.
I didn't want to be the black sheep of the evening, so that's why I ran quickly downstairs to get us some beers.
Yeah, I used to be the beer truck back back in my early 20s and going to parties and stuff. And it's like, because I was the only guy who had the car, right? So automatically I was the beer truck. So I come back with like 924s in the back seat and,
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my drinking
just
years
an old
was.
fart.
In my time, they had these like little kegs, the Heineken ones.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Like you bring them to the house, like, and you pump this thing, and like, yeah, those were
Yeah,
fun.
those didn't last long with us. Oh yeah, some of the people I knew were serious drinkers.
And see, my crowd didn't like beer much. They liked the hard liquor, so that was just as an option.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
more into the hard stuff, but I drank my fair amount of everything.
When I was 16, like the cool guys, they were able to drink like 16 beers or something like that, and at 16 years old,
Yeah.
So I was just I was only able to drink 10 at that age, but not 16.
Yeah.
But
Me, I used to mix. That was my problem.
Yeah.
I used to mix, and then I wondered why I felt like shit the next morning. Yeah.
But the reason you feel like shit is because you're dehydrated most of the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you just have to drink water before you go to bed, and you're good.
Yeah. That's if you don't throw it back up. You get the bed spins, you have to put the 1 foot on the ground.
Oh,
At some
man.
point,
It doesn't spin.
when I came back from San Diego, I came back to Canada, and I met old friends, and the guy did a party at his place, and I haven't drank for like a year because of my transition from California to Canada, and then I started drinking some whiskey, man. I overestimated my capacity, and I just blacked out, and I puked all over my buddy's place, and that was a mess. And it's like he didn't panic or anything, but I'm lucky to not to have uh, I could have stopped breathing because of the puke, while I was sleeping. So
yeah, it died the same way Jimi Hendrix died.
Yeah, that can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Like aspirate on your own vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a friend of mine, he just told me tonight he got me a small sample of germanium. So I'm going to be doing some experiments with some germanium in my battery technology.
Nice.
So I've been doing some research on germanium, and it's got a lot of good properties.
What is that?
Germanium. It's a metal. It's like a highly conductive metal, but it's used a lot in electronics and old diodes. And those are the same old diodes that Hutchison was playing with back in the day that were actually producing power on their own. These little diodes, they used to find them a lot inside the old naval radar countermeasures systems.
Yeah.
And he managed to get a hold of quite a few of them. And then he just started putting the voltmeter up to them and found out they were actually putting out voltage on their own. So, and he took it around on the voltmeter, and it turned out when he went into sunlight, it started putting out more power. So there was a photoreactive element to these diodes. So apparently, he found out some of the materials in it, and one of them was germanium. So, Bernie's back again.
All right, I'm outside smoking. I can hear you guys now.
Back in.
Oh, Canada.
It looks like it's -10 in Alberta right now.
-5, getting there.
Yeah,
Getting there. There's snow everywhere this morning, but it melted, thank God.
yeah. It's coming.
It's 72 degrees here and I'm cold. I'm freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
survive
it's
as a
10
Canadian.
degrees here.
The second that it kind of dips below 80, like I get cold, man.
Well, come to Canada, you'll be 20
God,
times
horrible.
less than that.
Well, I've been to Montreal, like a few
Montreal.
years ago, and I lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for 3.5 years, and
Yeah.
so yeah, I know what cold is like.
You
No,
don't miss
no,
it.
that's not cold. The prairies are cold. The
Yeah,
prairies are
40,
cold.
-45 wind chill, -50 wind chill.
Yeah, I had to move in -50 with wind chill one time. My silk screening shop, it was hell frozen over, let me tell you.
Yeah, at some
But-
point it was -52 or -40. It was so cold that the gas in my engine froze. I couldn't start my car, you know.
Really?
Yeah, and when it gets that cold, like water lines start freezing underground and stuff, it's bad. Bad.
Water mains break. Yep. We had a lot of that problem happening in downtown Toronto. A lot of water mains were bursting, right? Because of the cold, just destroying the piping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They
the
have a ice hotel in Quebec. You know, it's very popular. I've never been there, but apparently, how do you keep the how do they sleep? I have no idea. But anyway,
I don't know, but Lulu can get snow now because if you weren't watching Nathan's podcast earlier, Sean Calderon was making some artificial snow
That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome, wasn't it?
through plasma. So, you know, you can get it in the heat.
interesting. I'm just gonna scoot out for a quick smoke. I'll be right back.
Oh, I triggered him. It's my fault, guys. I'm sorry. So, what's everyone working on? Bill, what's your latest updates, my friend?
I'm just I figured that my power supply is working fine, but the 3 amps is not sufficient to replicate the coil gun. So I'm gonna try 5 amps this weekend. See if if I can hold 153 grams metal ball against gravity. Because I want to hold them against gravity, and electronically I want to release them exactly at the same time for my free fall experiment, you know?
Just don't touch the 5 amps.
Yeah, I know, I won't. I'm not crazy enough. I don't know how Tesla was doing it, you know, back in the days, or even worse, Faraday. He discovered
Tesla
electricity.
has various cages around him, right? So that
Yeah,
might have
but I mean,
helped.
it's easy for us. Oh, yeah, the Faraday cage, but you need to know that you need it, you know. So he invented it, so he needs to invent it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why Tesla was one of a kind, as was
Yeah,
Faraday. And
yeah.
now
That's what
Phil.
he didn't electrocute. He did not electrocute himself too. So that's I think that's
The key.
The key, because
So
it's pretty
Phil's
easy
gonna have.
to have to go over current, and if you don't know that you're gonna die at 5 amps, then
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
exactly. So what you're saying is you're gonna end up buying a whole bunch of like mesh fencing, and then you're gonna just fence your house into a giant Faraday cage, and you'll be fine.
Exactly, and yeah, a little bit like remember the guy that was living in Vancouver,
Hutchinson,
Hutchinson. Well, yeah, his apartment was full of stuff in it that was crazy, man.
right? You're gonna have to make your house into like a Royal Rumble cage.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and no. Where is he at right now? Hutchinson.
Somewhere down in the States with Nancy. Um, I think Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah,
Seems like somewhere over there. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, pretty sure they're rebuilding in Minnesota.
So
yeah.
he sent out a video or made a video, and he was talking about his brass balls. So it was hilarious, man. I was laughing my ass off. So he was cherishing them, that's for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So now the Chinese are after you, Bernie.
Maybe. No, it's once I'm publicly verified, then they'll be after me. Until then, I'm good. Until then, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. If you need a bodyguard, hire me, man. I charge
I
I
can pay
charge three
you
hundred
in
bucks
non-existing food
a day.
stamps.
What's that?
I can pay you in non-existing food stamps.
Oh
Right?
my god.
Yeah. That's, we don't even have food stamp in Canada.
That's the whole joke.
Yeah.
They don't?
Maybe I can go to America and SNAP benefits will be back by the time I can need to hire you. We'll be good.
Yeah. So when are you moving to LA?
Hopefully next week.
Next week.
Hopefully.
Well, that's pretty quick. Stay connected, man. We want to see you in LA.
100%. Hopefully this time next week it's from Laguna Beach.
Nice. So, was
Alright, just setting up here. I'll be a minute.
now you're gonna sing the song from Tupac of
California Love.
what's the name of the song again? Say California from Tupac. You remember that song?
Yeah, it's California Love.
California love. Oh yeah.
Yeah. When I was there in San Diego in bars, they would keep playing that song every week. That's pretty funny.
Did you ever go down to Mexico from there?
Mexico?
Yeah.
Did I ask a question in Mexico?
No. Did you go to Tijuana? Did you cross the border while you were over there in San Diego?
Oh yeah. We went to like I told you, we've been to Rosarito and um, what's the? I've been to Rosarito, Tijuana, some other place, and next to next to Calexico, next to I
Uruguay or
forgot,
something.
man. It's been so long.
Aruba?
No, next to El Centro. And next to El Centro, the city across the border in El Centro.
Hmm.
What's the name again? It's anyway a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper in Baja from the border. And but it was nice back then. It was not as crazy as it is right now. So.
Yeah, Baja's alright. I prefer the Caribbean side though.
Yeah, Tijuana is the right now. Tijuana is the most violent city in North America by far. So I wouldn't go there just to, not even to update my visa. You know.
Dude, I went there when I was a kid, and it was like buildings destroyed, right? On one side of the street, and then you go to the other side of the street. There's like a half building, and then there's always some guy pulling you into the strip club, trying to get you to spend all your money there, right? And then you
Yeah.
go drinking, and there's a 2-story building that's actually intact, and you go there and you just drink and have fun. But like half the place was destroyed. It looked like a war zone. And then they had beer open. You know what I mean? Like, hey, come here and have beer, but we destroyed the rest of the city. Yeah, it was pretty
crazy.
bad.
Yeah.
I went over to what was it, Papa's and Beer,
Yeah.
right there on
Papa's
the
and beer.
yeah, hang out there, rode the bull, the fake bull that they
Yeah.
had there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That was fun when I was there. Uh, but the best tacos are the ones in stand up restaurants. You know, next to the street. The
Yeah,
tacos are
street
so
food.
good, man. In Tijuana, it's like
oh
wow,
yeah.
million times better than in San Diego.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're eating. I guess that's
Yeah, it's
probably the
like
best part.
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't ever
what
ask.
you're eating. Yeah.
You might be eating a rat taco. That's why it tastes so
Oh,
good.
oh, God. Oh my God, rat taco.
Geez, it might be true. You never know down there, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like they got a deli on the corner or something. You know what I mean? There's no meat shop or nothing. It's just
Yeah.
it's ruins.
the raccoon friggin' kebab. Oh my God.
Well, like okay, so I got a Mexican neighbor, and he goes out there and he cooks tongue, right? Like animal tongue and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, if you're willing to eat that, what else are you willing to eat? Like, is there anything safe in the neighborhood? I mean, you know,
Yeah, we're eating fried rat on a stick.
like that. What was that movie with Stallone in there? That Sandra Bullock.
Oh, oh yeah.
And Wesley Snipes in it. And he's a cop. Demolition Man. There you go. Mike's got it.
Demolition Man.
Yeah, when they ate the rat burger, he's all like, pretty good. Yeah. And the big restaurant was Taco Bell. Dude, I love that they were singing the armored hot dogs in there. You know, armored hot dogs, the dogs you love to eat. And that's their music. And I'm like, oh my God, they've gone to hell.
That's hilarious.
That was a
Yeah,
good movie,
the best Mexican food I had was in East LA.
Mm.
It's called Old El Paso. It's right downtown East LA. Yeah, that food there was incredible. Oh my God.
Yeah.
East LA, man. I was looking for
East
cheap
LA is pretty
food.
dangerous.
Yeah, well, not so bad now, but back say in the 90s, yeah,
Yeah.
a little too sketchy for my liking. But the food was amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, if you like tacos, man, old El Paso in downtown East LA.
I like the little mini
Which
street tacos.
Yeah, well, this is like a real restaurant, right? But you could
Mhm.
tell this building inside that it was really old, like very old building. So they had like a flea market in the middle, and then you got these two big buildings on either side, which have stores in them. And old El Paso is on the south side of the building, right there, right beside where the flea market is in the middle. And then there's an old Catholic church, Mexican Catholic church, right across the street from there. And when I was there, they were doing some restoration on it. It was like a 300 or 400-year-old church. It was really old, and they were doing some reno on it when I was there. So the whole area is pretty old, but there's a lot of new buildings that have grown around it. But I think those buildings where I was at, they're more like historical landmarks, so they just keep them. But at the time, I didn't know it was East LA when I was down there. That was the funny part. And my wife's uncle, he's in the passenger seat. I'm driving, and I'm driving down this, like the service road just beside the highway, right? And I noticed every single window going down that street all had bars on it. And I go, where are we? And he goes, oh, we're in East LA. I'm like, oh my God. So I lock all the doors and okay, where's the entrance to the freeway? From there we were going to.
Was that Chong singing that?
Yeah, East
or was
LA.
it
Cheech and Chong.
Was born in East LA.
Yeah, born in East LA. Yeah. That was a great movie.
He got picked up by immigration, thrown back over the border.
Yeah.
That was a great video that he did. That was awesome.
Up in Smoke is iconic, though. That movie was iconic.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was watching some old clips from that. That's like 1978, 1979. And I still remember it. I was a young kid. I was like 7 or 8 years old. Well, I was 8 years old in 1981. So, yeah, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I remember watching those movies when they came out.
Oh, dude, was that the one with the hash fan?
Yeah, the hash fan. Yeah, Up in Smoke. Yeah, Up in Smoke. Yeah, that was great. Oh,
That was
freaking
great.
vans made of marijuana. They start revving the engine and it starts smoking even more. God.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Those guys are still alive. I've seen some stand up with those two guys. They're great.
Dude, back in the 80s, we were watching Police Academy too.
Yeah, that too. That was filmed in Toronto, eh?
Was it?
Academy? Yeah, it was filmed all in downtown Toronto. Yep.
You guys have a lot of good stuff down there. Stargate was filmed in Canada.
Yeah, Stargate, Star Trek Next Generation,
yeah?
Man from Toronto. A Man from Toronto was filmed here. The first X-Men, that was filmed here. What else was filmed here? A whole whack of stuff. A lot of movies.
Some Die Hard movie was filmed in Die Hard 3. Part of it was filmed in Montreal.
Yeah. Well, that movie is a few years old now. It was called The Man from Toronto with Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart. Well, that movie was filmed in my hometown, like literally 2 blocks away from me, where I am right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Woody Harrelson's probably my most favorite actor of all time.
It would be weird that if
natural?
it wasn't filmed in Toronto and the movie's called The Man from Toronto. It would be
Well,
really weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was filmed in my hometown. Well, it's just outside of Toronto, but not right downtown. I think some of the scenes were filmed in Toronto. But a lot of the
Superman, of course, in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, Niagara Falls. Yeah. What else? There was a whole whack of them. I think part of Jurassic Park was done. Oh yeah, Terminator 2 was done here. Yeah. Yeah, Terminator 2, all the graphics and all the CGI was done at Sheridan College in Oakville, Ontario, which is about 20 minutes south of where I live. And that school has actually been bought out. It's owned by Walt Disney. and they got one of the best CGI computer animation departments in the schools in the world. So we get a lot of international students from Japan and all that. They all come down. Toy Story, remember that movie, The Toy Story? That was done here. Jurassic Park was done here at that studio. What else? A whole whack of movies. A lot of CGI, like quite a few Pixar films were done here. Yeah. So, yeah, they put a huge expansion onto that school. They made a whole dormitorium for all the international students. That was like $4.5 million for that dorm that they built, and it was all funded by Walt Disney, right?
Yeah, it's like the University of Toronto. It's very popular, and my brother went there. But the genius from OpenAI studied there actually, so they're very strong in artificial intelligence as well.
Well, Elon Musk went to the University of Toronto.
Yeah,
His
that's true.
brother, they both graduated from UFT, and then after that, that's when they went to the US.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what do we have in Montreal? We have Kamala Harris that lived here before.
Kamala Harris.
Oh God.
That's not really something to be proud of.
Just making a joke.
She's
I mean,
the
it's
dumbest
true, but
person I've ever seen in my life. I swear.
yeah.
Well, William Shatner, he was born in Ottawa.
No, I'm from Montreal, I think.
No. Are you sure? I thought it was Ottawa. He was born.
No, he's from Montreal.
Is he Montreal? Okay.
Yeah.
William Shatner. He's still alive, man. He's like 93, 94.
Yeah, I know.
Still going.
He got the Energizer's battery still going and going and going.
Maybe when he went up there, he met aliens and they give him an extension to his life. Maybe I'll make it to 120.
Wow.
Well, they've been making I heard some of the headlines in bioscience. They've made some real grounds on like life extension.
Yeah.
They're saying that it's possible to make a human last up to 200 years old just by doing some genetic changes.
They're gonna find some rejuvenescence cure within our generation for sure. If it's not from human, it's gonna come from AI, but we'll find a solution.
Supposedly there was this guy in Tibet. I think it's in Tibet. They said he's 240 years old.
Yeah.
And he's got records to prove it too.
Yeah, some Chinese guy says that too. That
in Tibet
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's rumored he got the technology from Jack Staffardi.
What are we gonna do without him, man?
Yeah, he's the savior.
He's plagiarizing everybody ever on him. And
he's gonna dethrone Roger Penrose.
Plagiarism.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Einstein then, Mr. Plagiarism. I watched a couple of good shows on that. Apparently, he didn't even come up with the theory of relativity. It was his wife. His wife wrote the paper.
Yeah, I mean Poincaré is the one who wrote E equals MC squared.
Yeah.
He's the one who came up with the term relativity.
Yeah.
And he came up with the gravitational waves, but he was at the end of his life, so he didn't write the wave or anything like that. And Einstein just plagiarized everything he did, even the term relativity. And his wife helped him. Maria Marik. Yeah.
She wrote the paper.
Yeah, but back then, like I was saying before, back then the peer review system did not exist, so you could publish anything you wanted, and it was not as strict as it is right these days. The peer review, the peer reviewers were invented in 1940 to keep. And if you go against the mainstream since then
Yeah.
they all automatically reject your manuscript. It's a
You know
big
what?
cartel, man.
You know
It's
what?
a,
I would think, if Einstein was alive today, and with how they control the peer review and all that kind of stuff, I think he would get gobbled up because his
yeah,
theories were so incomplete. Well, a lot of them weren't even his theories. It was all
yeah, and
plagiarized by other guys.
exactly. And it was, so he plagiarized Poincaré, Lawrence.
Hmm.
He didn't even cite Lawrence in his papers, not even Poincaré.
No, I know.
And yeah, he didn't cite them. And his wife wrote the papers, and Minkowski and Schwarzschild helped him out. If it wasn't from these two,
Yeah,
general relativity would have been useless.
yeah,
Would have been useless. I mean, there's nothing he could have be able to predict
yeah,
without Schwarzschild and
yeah. A lot of people don't know too that Einstein was, a patent gatekeeper, right? You know,
yeah,
before that, so he already had the backing of the establishment when he was going to come out with um, basically a closed loop system that the law exhibit laws that can never be challenged by theory of relativity, and they backed him because it fed into their narrative. They
yeah.
wanted academia to be at a certain level, and that's it. They can never get out of there, and they have to get indoctrinated into that system in order.
One thing I don't understand why. Well, I mean, I didn't really look it up, but one thing I don't know is after World War One, the German and the English people they hated each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know why the Edinburgh experiment from 1919 they link an English guy with the Einstein to do the experiment. Why did they do that? I thought they hated each other.
Yeah. Good question. A lot of this stuff wasn't. There was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. There's a couple guys out there that have been researching this stuff, what was going on back then, and a lot of this stuff wasn't published or made it into publications to kind of backtrack what actually was going on there. I know there was collusion when it came to the establishment backing Einstein, because like after Steinmetz died, okay, the real electrical engineering died, and basically the physics guys came in, and according to the physics guys, this electricity stuff shouldn't work, but it does. But they always denounce it in their theories. They don't even talk about electricity almost at all, right? Because when you look at like Einstein and all the stuff he was talking about, theory of relativity, did he ever mention electrical potential and ether and stuff like that? He denounced all that stuff.
Because he didn't know any of it.
He didn't want to hear any of it. To him, it didn't exist. So it was this narrative, after Steinmetz died, that was it for electrical engineering. And then the physicists took over and fucked everything up.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
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 It went from science to an indoctrinated religion.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But all that stuff it kind of created a hype and some sort of hype on German that they are smarter than other people and blah blah blah. Even to these days, people think that German are smarter, but they're not smarter. They just plagiarize and more, and
Well, I think everybody kind of feeds off of everybody, but yeah, back in those days, the Germans were always put on this pedestal of being technologically superior to everybody
exactly.
else. But there were some really good engineers in Britain at the time. In the 50s and 60s, there were some really good engineers, and some of those engineers actually worked in Toronto for the Avro Aero company on secret projects. I've talked about it before about the cold heat engine. and there was three of them. Through these three guys, Bert England, Ian Thomas, and I keep forgetting that one guy's name. Whenever I want to talk about it on the show, I always forget the third guy's name. Ian Taz, Ian Thomas, and Bert England. Those are the three guys. Those are the guys that came up with the cold heat engine back in the 50s. So that basically made fossil fuels and all that stuff pretty much obsolete at that point. But there was all the politics that started jumping into the picture around that time, and they spent millions of dollars in testing of this equipment. And actually I actually took a screenshot. Let me find it here real fast. Now, these test results were done by an independent company that were testing out his system. What was the coefficient? What was the actual coefficient? Okay, I found it. So the input BTUs was 9,836 BTUs. Output BTUs, get this, hold on to your hats, 31,620 BTUs. That was the amount of over unity coefficients. So from 8,000 BTUs going in to 31,000 coming out. Now, if that's not an over unity device, I don't know what is. So and at that time, the independent companies that came in and did the tests on the machine cost them $4 million a pop. So, and back in those days, $4 million, a lot of money, even in back in the 50s. So they pissed away a lot of money just on third-party testing of the device to see if it is what it is.
Wow.
So, yeah, and apparently they were doing like 2 or 3 tests per year on the device. And apparently there were 5 machines with 5 different type configurations.
And they got nothing to show for it today?
Well, William Doyle, he is the son of his father, William Doyle Sr. He worked for a financial institution in Toronto at that time, which was able to help finance. Back then, they called it bridge financing. So when they were getting money from the government, it would come in lump sums, but it would come in staggered, right? So they had to do this bridge financing because all the workers had to get a paycheck at the end of the week. So they did, came up with this thing called bridge financing. So his father was the guy who set that up for Avro. So, and the company that this cold heat engine was under a company called DesignX. And that was in downtown Toronto. It was a really good story. I got a couple links in my, if you go to the Faraday Research YouTube channel and you go under posts, I have the documentary of, I think it's 2 parts. William Doyle Jr., the youngest one, he was 70. Yeah, he'd be pushing almost 90 years old now. So I don't know if he's still around, but he had all the patents. He had enough materials to make, I think, 5 machines. He had all the magnets, all the hardware needed in a storage container. And there was one guy he had trained by Bert England back about 20 years ago. And he's a local guy that lives here in Toronto. Now, the thing is, I don't know how old this guy is, but he was the only guy outside of that group that knew how to build this machine. So he has all the materials. He has all the components needed. They're all locked up in a storage container. He's got all the engineering logs and notes of all the testing and all the development of the project along those 20 years that they were doing it. He's got everything, but I haven't heard anything that's anybody has stepped up to the plate to try to replicate the device. And apparently they had a mechanism built into it for electronic tampering. So if you try to take it apart, it destroys itself.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's always fun.
Yeah. So if you try to open up the core where the hot and cold meet and it's surrounded by these magnets, that chamber is locked. And if you open it, it basically falls apart. So you have to know, basically, follow the plans on how to actually make it. And all the magnets that they were using, they were all specially cut and shaped and all this stuff.
Gotcha.
So it was a pretty complex machine, but I kind of got the general idea of how they were doing it. But apparently there are 5 different variations of the machine. So, and apparently in the end, when everything kind of fell apart, they knew at least 2 machines were put on heavy lift military plane and shipped off to the U.S.
Never to be seen or heard from again.
Yeah. And apparently those 3 guys had all the secret notes that were taken out of Tesla's room when he died. They had one of his original books. Those 3 engineers had his books, the original. Oh, and yeah, I forgot. Not Ian Taz. Yeah, Ian Taz actually knew Nikola Tesla. He actually met him.
Really?
In England. Yeah, he actually met Nikola Tesla. He actually spoke with him at a conference at Oxford. Yeah, he actually met him in person before he died. So that's why he had all this knowledge. And that's why they had his original notebook. That was, yeah. And then apparently after all that stuff went through, they gave it to one guy in the U.S. and said, take good care of it and, see what you could do with it. And apparently, guess who that guy was that they gave the book to? Tom Bearden. Apparently, Tom Bearden had the original Tesla notes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's worthy enough to carry his notes.
Well, I know Bearden died in 2021. So, and he had quite a very large, elaborate library at his house. Those notes could be there somewhere. And now he's gone. I don't know where all that stuff is gone, So, yeah, all these old guys are dying off.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon there won't be none of them left, man.
Yeah, I think Dollar's like probably the oldest one left. And he's pushing 80 now. He's like 78 or 79 now.
not to talk about politics, but now the new generation they're voting for socialists. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, no, thank you. People are morons.
The Third Reich is coming back.
Jeez. They're going to be remembered as the dumbest generation ever.
Yeah, it's incredible, man.
I don't
they all celebrated. I saw videos, especially a young white woman. In New York, they all, oh yeah, it's like they all partied, but in 2 months they all gonna wear the hijab,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be wearing those things on their head. You know what I mean? Those wraps, and not showing their face pretty soon.
Yeah,
they banned it. I believe in Denmark now. It's illegal for them to wear a hijab.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got smart.
Yeah, a few of the European countries are doing that now. Illegal. You're not allowed to. And if the husband forces them to wear it, he can do jail time.
That's good. And in Italy, there was some preacher. He said something against like they're gonna rule Italy or something like that. He got deported right over by the new prime minister. She's a girl, a woman. She leads Italy right now. I forgot her name, but she just deported him. So we need more girls like her, you know, because the men these days we need to have more mentors for our men these days, you know, like her.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a real wake up call.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder when they're going to start the lines to chop your nuts off in New York.
Oh, they almost started a riot in our city hall here last week. The two Palestinian women went into one of the meetings at City Hall because they weren't getting the support they wanted from the federal government. So they go into a town meeting, which is basically a local meeting. It's not even provincial. You know what I mean? And then they go in and start causing shit. And then I'm looking at this video footage. There's no security around. Like, where are the security guys? They should be kicking these ladies out. You know, they're yelling at the wrong people. They should be going to the provincial government.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, it was made headline news here. Yeah, these people are crazy, man. Just because we allow asylum to you guys in the country doesn't mean you're going to get, you know, everything and more than what the average Canadian gets. You should be lucky you're on Canadian soil. You know what I mean? Like, compared to where you came from, you should be very grateful for what Canada's done for you.
Yeah, but it's you know it's all a political freaking thing. It's more votes for the Liberals. It's very simple.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it makes the Liberals look more like a jackass than ever. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Crazy,
Yeah,
man.
the right wing in our country now is getting extremely pissed. Like, extremely pissed. The left
And
wingers, you guys are in
Carney,
trouble.
talking about Canadian politics, Carney is a step away from winning the major. You know, the major. He's gonna have the major votes because he's all he has to do is associate with NDP and all. He's gonna buy people from the NDP and other parties to join him, and he's gonna get the
Hopefully
majority
that
vote.
won't happen. Hopefully that
Yeah.
won't happen. If it does, then Canada's really screwed.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse than Britain.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you see what happened in their parliament last week? The Speaker of the House kicked out Stelmer. He kicked
Oh
out
yeah.
the Prime Minister of England. He kicked him out. He sent
Oh
him
yeah.
home. He actually had him escorted out of the building by the police.
Oh, wow.
This is the first time that's happened in their parliament in
Well,
300 years.
well,
Because they're voting a non-confidence vote against him, right? So anyways, it got really heated between the two parties. And then the Speaker of the House just started screaming at him. Oh yeah, it's on you can see it on YouTube. It's still there.
oh yeah, interesting.
He just lost his cool. The Speaker of the House. Oh yeah. He just lost his shit and just went crazy.
Yeah.
His face was all beet red and he had like sweat coming down his face and everything. And he's just screaming at the Prime Minister. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, wow, this is
Well,
crazy, man.
I mean, I've seen one of their like lives in England. They
Yeah.
pick up the chairs and they start like, you know, like beating like it's normal there, you know.
to throw chairs
Oh,
at
it
each
got
other.
nasty.
Yeah, like I'm like I couldn't believe that this is like you know like Congress of their whatever you know their country, the Parliament,
Oh yeah,
whatever
go
you know.
watch
It's
the
like
stuff from last week. Go watch the stuff from this last week. Oh yeah, it was quite entertaining, I might add. Very interesting stuff. That country is just collapsing, man. It's like where's Prince Charles, that ugly bastard? Where's that other bastard? He like this idiot.
What is he doing all day long? You know.
He's an idiot.
What is he doing all day long?
Nothing. That's what he's doing. Nothing.
They volunteer for
God.
nonprofits
Oh, he is
that they own.
He is unbelievable, this guy. What a friggin' loser to the highest order. He is the biggest loser king I've ever seen in my life. Oh, God. Yeah, he should have been there. They probably would start yelling at him. Your Highness, you're an idiot. Your whole country's falling apart in front of your eyes and you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. Most politicians. We're doing it right now.
Oh, God. Multiple countries. Holy man. Well, some of them are starting to get their shit together, like Germany and Denmark, and Finland is another one. They're starting to get their shit together. Even France, too. They had some major rioting in France. Holy cow.
Did they get rid of Macron?
Oh, God, yeah. Macron, he's destroying that place.
Is he gone? Is he gone?
I mean, they're going to hang him like they did Stalin.
Oh, God. Did you see that picture? His wife has balls?
Yeah.
Probably.
No, I sent you the picture on the Facebook. Yeah. Apparently her leg was up and she was in her underwear and you could see him swinging.
Like Obama's wife?
Yeah, well, dude, I thought they'd be proud of that. Isn't that what France is about? All that, you know what I mean? Inclusive stuff and the whole alphabet community and stuff. I mean, you'd think they'd be all celebrating that.
Yeah. I remember I was watching an old clip from when Michelle Obama, or AKA Michael Obama, was dancing
Big Mike.
Big Mike was dancing with Ellen DeGeneres and his tallywhacker swinging around while he's dancing. Oh my God. Is that a snake in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? Oh my God.
Oh, got a crotch rocket going on.
Crotch rocket.
It's all pressing against her leg when they get close.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God, dude. There was a picture of Obama in a tutu and Big Mike was standing next to him. Oh, it was hilarious.
Big Mike.
It was like AI does so many funny things, dude. It's hilarious.
No. The joke of you know the little carry-on rope that you go downhill with like a ski. It's like a ski
like a
gondola.
Yeah.
You hang out with. No, they have these AI made movies of that 300 or 500 pound guy that
when it snaps and it breaks and they fall into the valley and they destroy a tree on the way down.
Oh my God.
Or they kill some kid on a pair of skis or whatever and flattens the kid. Oh my God, they're hilarious. Or see another one? I saw one last week where they had the AI drawing of this big, huge, massive guy, and he's on like a 3-story pedestal to do a dive into a swimming pool. So he dives off, he hits the water, and a freaking tsunami wave comes off the pool and starts drowning the people around the pool. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like
just there you go, Mike.
It started with that fat lady jumping off a boat that created a huge wave that sank the boats at the same time.
Yeah. You sending me a picture?
I sent you an X video, dude. It's Obama in a tutu.
Oh. Do a screen share or whatever. Obama in a tutu. And Big Mike's holding him.
Yeah, standing right next to him. Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
it's funny how social engineering is powerful, man. Can you believe that? Social engineering was able to flip New Yorkers' mind in 30 years. And the same thing with general relativity, because even if it doesn't work after 100 freaking years, people still hope that wormholes exist and all the non-deterministic stuff from general relativity work. It's like, geez, man, people need to get over it. You know what I mean? If it doesn't work, it's like people need to stop questioning or reading books about general relativity.
Yeah, because
All I'm
it's
saying.
it's just outdated. It's like 70, 80 years out of date. Needs to
Yeah,
be revised big time.
yeah. All they do every 10 years, and they say, oh, some experiment might disprove general relativity, just like the muon experiment or stuff
Yeah,
like that. And then they said, oh no, it was an error. So now it creates a hype general relativity because it won again. It won the the scientific community again. So it's all
it's
some
just out
big
of date.
propaganda. That's all they do.
It's just flat out. Out of date. They haven't had anybody else step up to the plate and come up with some half-ass, upgrade to the theory or just get rid of it altogether. You know.
Throw it in the trash, and I think
Yeah,
yeah, just start over.
because they really feared electrical technology because electrical technology was proving the physics, right?
Yeah, but
And even
they ultimately they want to keep us in debt. They don't want us to. They want us to invest into stuff that doesn't work, so we increase our deficit. We don't, and that's what the deep state, the big banks want. They want us to pay interest on our deficit. That's all they care. It's free money for them.
yeah, it's an industry, right? If
Yeah,
somebody came up with a new theory or whatever and sent us in a better direction,
they
and
know
then it
it's never
caused,
gonna work, so
yeah.
they can sit comfortably and enjoying the.
And you know
the
what? I think part of it too is, maybe there's just no talent out there that has no, knowledge or even the brains to try to figure some of this stuff out where Einstein left off or just went into a different direction that disproves a lot of his theories and ideas, especially, you know, I guess where quantum mechanics kind of challenge some of this stuff. So I feel like the quantum mechanics stuff, they've been trying to suppress that, saying, oh, it's a lot of inconclusive stuff. They're trying to downplay, quantum mechanics. But
yeah,
like, like the physicists, they destroyed electricity as far as like
yeah.
any kind of,
Even quantum mechanics is wrong because it's based on probabilities, and the probabilities is based on the two slits experiment. But
yeah,
the two slits experiment can be explained by the phase of the photon or the phase of the electron, which is the same thing. With
mm.
the phase, you can get you can get a refraction. The refraction is going to be different, depending on the phase of the photon. You don't need the probabilities and all that nonsense to
Yeah.
explain the double slit experiment.
But the one big thing that people don't realize from the double slit experiment, what it's actually showing, and I'm buying into it a bit, is it's showing that there is a possibility of multiverses
Yeah, I
because
saw the video about it. I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
I think you shared it.
I shared it on Facebook there. I think there's some real valid stuff to that. I think
Yeah, me,
because
I completely disagree with multiverse, Stargate, and wormholes and all that. Um, it's just. But on the other hand, I agree with faster than light engines, anti gravity, antimatter genesis, any other a lot of cool stuff. But and I have the mathematics to build it too. So I'm not gonna wait 500 years to build it. You know what I mean?
yeah. But for right now, from what I've seen from some of the evidence, with the double slit experiment, it's actually is proving there is a possibility of multiverse.
Well, yeah.
So,
Again, they go with probabilities and statistics. If you go with probabilities and statistics, yeah, you can have multiverses and all that. But me, and all I'm saying that the refraction, uh, the refraction of the photon or the electron can be explained by the phase of the electron and the photon. So you're not stuck with probabilities and statistics.
yeah.
And the same thing with the detector. They say, oh, if you had a detector, in the double slit experiment, then the electron is gonna act differently. Yeah, dumbass, that's because the detector is interfering with the electron.
Not only that, there's a person named Aidan Schaefer. He performed this experiment himself, the double split experiment at some lab in Arizona. And he told me that 90% of the time when there's a detector, the photon will like gravitate towards the detector and will go on the side of the wherever the detector's placed, and that's where that we'll use that slit.
Yeah, so it's clearly interfering with the photon or the electron.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's not like it's not the same thing as standing there, having an observer and seeing a basketball balloon, moving. It's not like that. You need to emit a photon to
Well,
capture the reflection of the photon from the electron. So you interfere with it already in order to see it. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
it's like there's a reflection of the photon. It's causing the photon instead of going in one direction,
Yeah,
because just say it didn't exist, they would shoot the electron and it will only have one dot on the back table.
yeah,
But that's not happening. It's creating this distortion, like it's splitting off, and it's like it's self-replicating itself almost, like
yeah,
like an echo kind of thing. So I think there's some truth to that. There's something going on there that it's almost like reproducing itself and expanding instead of being in a straight line. It's expanding. It's going off in two different directions. Now, if that's the case with all photons, you know, could there possibly be another Earth, exactly like ours? You know, it could be in different timelines,
full
you
of
know,
liberals.
Oh my
full
god.
of liberals. You had to throw that in there.
Where Kamala Harris is the permanent president.
Yeah, George W. Bush. Yeah.
they play hockey together.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. They even made her a robot body so she could stay alive forever.
Yeah. But here's another one too that's kind of weird. Okay, let's look at it a different way. Biological entities. Okay, we can have twins, we could have triplets. They're completely identical in every way, shape, and form, but each twin of that person has something a little different to it, a different version of the original. it's kind of a totally different direction, but it's kind of a good way to use a metaphor. You know, you could have triplets look totally identical, but each and every one has a different personality. There's something different, like a phase shift between each one of the siblings. So if you're looking at it in a way of a photon, can a photon do the same thing? So say you make 3 different Earths, everything would be identical, but they would have some little characteristics that'd be different.
Wow. That means that in the multiverse, there's probably a gay version of all of us.
Or
That's
3 different
horrifying.
or three versions of Jack Sarfati.
Do you wonder if one like an individual, if they phase shift into that other universe, if they would meet themselves, what would happen? You know?
Oh God. Jack Sarfati meeting another Jack Sarfati. That wouldn't end
Yeah.
well.
It'd be like 2 dogs sniffing each other's ass. Just going in circles. I can't get enough of the smell. They don't stop.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I put a tear in my eye.
Where's that guy coming from, anyways? And where did Tim pick him up? In the trash yard or what?
The trash yard.
In the homeless, the local homeless center or something. He put a hat on his head and said, "Oh, you know, you're the best physicist of all time."
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
there's
sure.
a really good physicist in the University of Nottingham. Forgot what's his name, but he's I've seen a few videos of of his experiments. I think he's like on the level, or if not higher than Roger Penrose. Honestly,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You should find out his name. Yeah, Sarfati. Sarfati's just a schmuck. He graduated with schmuck honors.
Yeah.
He
King
did
of
try
plagiarism.
PhD in
trash talk
schmuck.
me. He did try to trash talk me in the mailing list, and it didn't work at all. No, he's still in the mailing list, and he doesn't say a word anymore. That's pretty funny.
Oh man, I love it when he goes on Jeremy Reese's show all the time. It's hilarious.
Oh.
Oh my God. Yeah, and those two together, oh my God. The 2 biggest egos.
They're like Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
dynamic duel. Yeah. Sorry, it's the
whack,
beer.
boom,
Yeah.
piss.
Sorry, it's the beer.
Remember when they fight? It's like boom, paf, whim, oof. You know the.
Feels like somebody's dying in the background. I don't know if that was Nathan. It sounds like 2 cats were going at it.
Sounds like Nathan Jr. is hungry, I guess. So he wants some food.
Jr. Nathan Jr. That's funny.
That's we're talking to Nathan Sr. right now.
Nathan Sr.
Yeah.
His little juniors.
So Lulu, did you get emails from the military or something?
Not the military. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it was the military. I got an email. They invited me at the end of October, but I couldn't make it, so I didn't even look into it, you know?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what's their deal. They just like keep on inviting me to these things, but okay, what's the end of it? You know? Like, what is it? Just attendance? You know? Like, I'm not sure. So I have ignored it. I just it's not fitting I don't know. I just feel like they want audience to talk about what they're doing, and then for us just to clap for them. But that,
Yeah,
yeah, it's just how do you open it up to the people that have ideas? When I spoke to the president, I was telling him, I have a lot of ideas for what you guys are doing to, improve all of, the things. And he's like, "Oh, but do you have money?" And I'm like, "I thought this was what you were bringing in. You needed the ideas to fund that, like
yeah,
fund it because you guys got the grant from the National Science Foundation." And he starts laughing, and I'm like, "Okay, but how's that funny?" I don't just I didn't it didn't make sense. So I was like, you know what, whatever. And they're missing out. Let's just put it that way. I'm giving
yeah,
them like solid things because what they want to do, they want to tokenize everything. They want to make it into a blockchain, like a government the procurement blockchain. And when I was trying to, tell them that this is what they were doing, they got irritated because they didn't want people to know that this is what they were doing. So, you know, I'm like, I don't want to irritate these people. They're, you know, government. If I irritate them too much because I'm pointing out on how they're like scamming people, pretty much.
yeah,
And selling them, is this a decentralized system, or is this going to be like an open source system? And are you going to use the data to sell it commercially, or are you going to use the data just in-house? Like, and he was like, "Oh, these questions are for our like engineers and blah blah blah." I'm like, if you as the president don't know these answers, then we have a problem. you know a big problem. Then what are you signing off on if you don't understand, the fundamentals? But yeah, whatever.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Bernie was saying that all the military is the enemy because they're so advanced, but they're not as advanced as people think they are. They that's why they seek. Otherwise, they wouldn't seek innovation. They if they had everything, they wouldn't need us.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about: in-house system and open system. I was trying to explain that they were doing this thing that's called a logistics on transportation. Like innovative transportation. So they equipped all their automobiles or whatever their trucks with like 360 cameras. But these 360 cameras, record everything around them, like everything, all the cars, all the people, all time stamping it. So if you're next to this, let's say this one of their logistics transportation, vehicles, if you're parked next to them or you're in front of them, they register your license plate number. And guess what, that is data that they can sell to whomever that wants it, that this
Yeah,
license plate number was geolocation at this time stamp. So I was trying to tell them, like, what do you do with the excess data? Is like, do you have a server space? Do you like, how are you is this, aren't you violating any laws? Because there's privacy laws on this stuff. And he didn't know, he didn't know what to answer. He just, like, nodded with his head, and he kept on talking, just turned around and talked to somebody else because he doesn't have answers to these things. And
yeah,
yeah, I mean, for example, let's just give an example. Let's say um I understand for emergency use, like if somebody is a fugitive, and and they have a license plate. Okay, that could be, use that. But for regular citizens, it's not fair. Like, where's the privacy anymore in this stuff? And they're getting government funding. So if it's government funding, it should be government property, not commercial property. I'm okay if it's government property, as data, because I
Well,
would assume that, they're not giving it as to make money off of it. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
that's not what they,
they're using that data against you guys. Like a real big wake up call after 9/11 was the Patriot Act,
hmm
and you guys should have been, burning cars in the streets over that, because that just gave the government a free for all with your personal data. They can track you, they can tap in your phone lines and cell phones, all that stuff. That should have been a real big thing, the Patriot Act, when that came out after 9/11. So, we're kind of having a similar thing happen in Canada right now with that what C number is it, Philip? C-117 bill or C-130?
C8,
Where
you mean?
C8 is it, where they
Yeah.
can track all your data and everything?
Oh,
So if you're
they have
like,
that in Canada?
yeah, they're trying to pass that. Kearney's
Yeah,
trying to
but
pass it.
don't worry. It's like the reparation thing. You remember the reparation that we have to pay black people reparation? I mean,
Yeah.
we're not. It kind of got silenced, but we're doing it implicitly against our will. They don't say it, but they have a lot of programs for black people that we pay taxes for, but they just don't tell us.
Right.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
The same thing with these things. At least we're doing exactly what China does, except in China they're telling you. Here they don't tell you.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah. And that's
Here-
what I don't like, is when they're being sneaky about it and doing behind
Exactly.
Canadians' backs, and we don't have a right to vote on this stuff. Like, what's going on here?
Exactly.
We're supposed to be controlling the government, not the government over controlling us. And that's when you get a scenario where, with the Americans, that's why they were given the right to bear arms. In case a government goes out of control, you can protect your family from an out of control government.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, it gets really deep into this stuff. It's.
I mean, think about it like this, like as a general thing, like the Native Americans enjoy tax-free everything,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know
they're
what? But the problem is there's so much funny stuff going on with those people too. All the chiefs, they're squandering the money. Does any of that money that the Canadian government's been giving the Indigenous people here in Ontario and across Canada, billions and billions of dollars, but their lifestyles are terrible. They're living in like the quality of life is so bad for these people, and they're given billions of dollars and nothing's being changed. It's because all the chiefs and all the guys at the top, they hold on to this money and they're shoving it in their back pocket, and
Exactly.
it's all like
they
theft.
claim to protect their way of life, because if
No,
they
they're not
update
doing
things, then it ruins their supposedly culture.
they're shoving the money in their pocket.
It's like UNICEF. You know UNICEF.
Oh,
They claim that the money is going to help poor people in Africa, but they
no.
pocket the money, most of the money,
Yeah,
for themselves.
it's a business.
Yeah.
It's all fraud.
I know.
I like to donate to some of these charities, but I just don't trust them. What
Yeah.
if that money is actually going to these people? You know what I mean? Like, these organizations, they're allowed to operate, but yet I still don't trust them.
There's no background check on what they do, you know?
Yeah, the accountability, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're getting up to the top of the hour. I think we'll
we got a
start
Bernie
squaring
check-in?
up soon. Oh, we got a Bernie in.
Still alive.
All right, look at where Bernie. Bernie's gonna talk now. We're the game.
All right, the party is starting now.
Oh yeah. Oh, music's almost coming.
Are you DJing, or you're just doing other stuff?
Oh, we're just doing media. Just the media guy above it all. Just the guy above it all.
So it starts tonight. How many days is it?
Runs 3 days. 3 days. Beautiful. spotlight for a second. Boom. There we go. There we go. Woo!
That starts pretty late. Eh? Going all night.
Go there and show your breakdance move, Bernie.
Like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm dancing a bell.
Show him your chest.
Hey, that's after hours. That's Patreon, guys. Come on.
Oh my God.
Patreon.
Instead of playing it with glow in the dark colors.
Yeah.
We ain't going that far, but Patreon, I might show my chest.
Oh, wow.
But you guys everyone have a good stream? Good stream,
Oh,
good
what are
time?
those things called? Furries? Fuzzies? But the people that put in the animal costumes?
I don't even know.
I just saw that all over the screens.
Yeah, it's visual arts. Anything goes, I guess. Anything goes. But just stopping in to say hi, and once you guys are done here, you can watch the stream of. Well, there's going to be crazy music going for the next 4 hours.
Do they have blood coming out of the ceiling?
Blood coming out of the ceiling.
Yes,
It's not a
the big speakers. So yes, it is coming out of the ceiling.
Like in Blade, you know?
yeah.
Inside connection to Canada's Music Centre, Studio Bell. All right, we're close.
Yeah.
See
Yeah,
you
we're
later.
gonna square it up here in a minute. I'm getting tired, and I guess this beer's getting to me. Alcohol always makes me tired.
Dude, I feel so old. I had like one and I'm ready to go to bed already.
I know. That's how I am.
So now you understand why I always
a
fell
cheap
asleep when I was drinking wine.
I'm a cheap date.
And I'm gonna eat some tacos, some burritos, man. You guys make me hungry tonight, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
You see that video where that girl's farting on Facebook? She's farting, and then her boyfriend's in the next room, and he lights a match, and the whole house blows up. Oh my god, it's hilarious. Oh, man. It is funny. She lets out like a 30-second long fart and just.
It reminds me. You remember the Beavis and Butthead movie?
Yeah.
Well, when he meets his something that looks like his father,
Mm-hmm.
and then he says, then the father says, they're next to a fireplace, and then the father says, you want to look like you want to see something that is really cool, and then he farts right next to the fireplace, and
Yeah.
the whole thing explodes.
Blows up.
Oh man.
I think we'll square it up here. I'm ready to go to bed. Yeah, we'll do this again next Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. And chat was great. Thanks a lot. You guys were posting a lot of stuff tonight. Great conversation. And yeah, we'll see everybody next week. Take care.
Cheers.
Cheers.